The 911 call came in just before 1 o'clock in the morning. The operator, seasoned and calm, answered the call, but what she heard next would haunt her for years to come. It was a chilling sound. The voice on the other end was barely audible, filled with terror and desperation. The operator strained to make out the words, her heart racing as she realized the gravity of the situation. Muffled noises, a struggle. Then, silence. The operator's attempts to reconnect were futile. The line had gone dead, leaving an ominous void that spoke volumes. October 13th, 2018, would forever be etched in the memory of Barron, Wisconsin, a date that would mark the end of innocence for this small, tight-knit community. A night of unimaginable horror had visited this quiet town. The streets, usually serene and peaceful, were now cloaked in a shroud of fear and uncertainty. 14-year-old Jayme Closs was asleep in her family home. Her dreams, innocent and pure, were about to be shattered by a nightmare beyond comprehension. Her parents, James and Denise, were likely already sleeping soundly. Unaware of the impending danger, they lay in the comfort of their bed, oblivious to the horror that was about to unfold. Suddenly, a deafening crash shattered the night. The sound of breaking glass echoed through the house, jolting the family from their peaceful slumber. An intruder, masked and armed, had broken into their home. His intentions were clear, and his presence brought with it a wave of terror that would engulf the Closs family. Terror gripped the young girl as she witnessed the unthinkable. Her heart pounded in her chest, her mind racing with fear and confusion. Her parents, desperately trying to protect her, were gunned down in cold blood. The sound of gunfire reverberated through the house, a brutal reminder of the violence that had invaded their home. Jayme, paralyzed with fear, was dragged from her home into the dark night. Her cries for help were swallowed by the darkness, her fate uncertain and terrifying. The assailants' vehicles sped away, leaving behind an eerie silence and a scene of unimaginable heartbreak. The quiet neighborhood, once a haven of safety, was now a crime scene, forever scarred by the events of that night. The community of Barron would never be the same, their sense of security shattered, their hearts heavy with grief and loss. News of the horrific crime spread through Barron like wildfire. The community, in shock and disbelief, rallied around the Closs family. Law enforcement agencies from across the state descended upon the small town. The search for Jayme became their top priority. Every lead was pursued, every tip thoroughly investigated. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. The nation held its breath, praying for Jayme's safe return. But as time wore on, hope began to dwindle. The mystery deepened, casting a long shadow over Barron and beyond. The investigation seemed to hit one roadblock after another. Each lead that initially seemed promising would eventually fizzle out, leaving the detectives more frustrated and desperate for answers. Despite thousands of tips and countless hours spent combing through evidence, the case remained as murky as ever. Officers worked tirelessly, often late into the night, hoping to uncover that one piece of information that would break the case wide open. Authorities were no closer to finding Jayme. The search efforts spanned vast areas, from empty fields to dense forests, but each search ended in disappointment. The lack of a motive or any clear suspect only amplified the mystery. Investigators pored over crime scene maps, trying to piece together a puzzle with too many missing pieces. Some whispered about the family's past, searching for any detail that could offer a clue. Rumors and speculations ran rampant, each whisper adding another layer of complexity to the case. Others speculated about the possibility of Jayme running away, unable to cope with the trauma. Theories ranged from her being taken by someone she knew to her escaping a dire situation. Every theory was explored, every possibility considered. The detectives left no stone unturned, writing and rewriting theories on whiteboards, discussing every angle in dimly lit rooms, but the truth remained elusive. The empty interrogation rooms and the somber faces of the detectives reflected the growing despair. The community of Barron refused to give up hope. They rallied together, organizing vigils and tying blue ribbons around trees as symbols of their unwavering support. They organized vigils, tied blue ribbons around trees, and kept Jayme's memory alive. The flickering candlelight at the vigils was a testament to their collective hope and determination. But as Christmas approached, a somber mood settled over the town. The festive decorations and the falling snow couldn't mask the underlying sorrow that gripped the community. The holidays, usually a time of joy, were now a stark reminder of their profound loss. Families gathered around Christmas trees with heavy hearts, the absence of Jayme casting a long shadow over the celebrations. As the days grew shorter and the nights colder, the community's resolve only strengthened. They clung to the hope that Jayme would be found, that their efforts would not be in vain. The search for Jayme became more than just an investigation. It was a testament to the resilience and unity of a community determined to bring one of their own back home. Unbeknownst to the world, Jayme was enduring a nightmare of her own. Held captive in a secluded cabin miles from her home, she lived in constant fear. Her abductor, Jake Patterson, controlled her every move. He kept her confined to a small space, often hidden under his bed when visitors were present. He threatened her, warning her that terrible things would happen if she tried to escape. But even in the face of such terror, Jayme's spirit remained unbroken. She clung to the hope of freedom, drawing strength from the memory of her parents and the love of her community. Section 5. A glimmer of hope emerges. On January 10, 2019, after 88 agonizing days, a glimmer of hope appeared. Jayme Closs, looking frail but determined, approached a woman walking her dog. "Please help me," she pleaded. "I'm Jayme Closs. I've been kidnapped." The woman, recognizing the young girl from the missing posters, immediately took her to safety. The news of Jayme's escape spread like wildfire, igniting a wave of relief and jubilation across the nation. Finally, after months of agonizing uncertainty, their prayers had been answered. Jayme was alive. Section 6. Freedom's First Breath. As Jayme was reunited with her aunts and other family members, the focus shifted to identifying and apprehending her captor. She bravely provided details about her abduction and the location of the cabin where she was held. Within hours, authorities arrested Jake Patterson, who was driving a vehicle matching Jayme's description. The community breathed a collective sigh of relief. The monster who had terrorized their town and stolen their innocence was finally behind bars. Section 7. Justice for Jayme, justice for the Closs family. The nation watched as Jake Patterson faced justice. He confessed to the murders of James and Denise Closs and the kidnapping of Jayme. The details of his crimes revealed during the trial shocked and horrified everyone. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, ensuring that he would never harm another innocent soul. While nothing could erase the pain and loss suffered by Jayme and her family, the guilty verdict brought a sense of closure and a measure of justice.
Know you've been a good friend.
Section 8. Healing and Hope in Barron. The return of Jayme Closs was a beacon of hope, not just for Barron, but for communities across the country who had followed her story. Her resilience, her unwavering spirit, and her courage in the face of unimaginable terror inspired millions. Barron, once shrouded in fear and uncertainty, began to heal. Blue ribbons, once symbols of hope, transformed into symbols of strength and resilience. The community rallied around Jayme, providing her with unconditional love and support as she navigated the long road to recovery. Section 9. Jayme's unbreakable spirit. In the years since her ordeal, Jayme Closs has shown remarkable strength and resilience. She has chosen to focus on her recovery, her education, and rebuilding her life anew. She has become an advocate for other survivors of trauma, using her platform to share her story and inspire hope. Her story is a testament to the indomitable human spirit, the power of hope, and the importance of never giving up on those who have been lost. Section 10. Finding Light in the Darkness. The kidnapping of Jayme Closs is a stark reminder of the evil that can lurk in the shadows. It was a moment that shook the community to its core, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can invade our lives without warning. The fear and uncertainty that gripped everyone was palpable, a heavy cloud that seemed impossible to lift. But it is also a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome adversity. In the face of such overwhelming darkness, Jayme's courage and determination shone brightly. Her story is not just about survival, but about the incredible strength that lies within each of us. It is a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in our darkest moments, we can find the strength to rise. Jayme's story, though born out of tragedy, is ultimately one of hope, resilience, and the unwavering strength of the human spirit. Her journey from captivity to freedom is a powerful narrative of human endurance. It shows us that no matter how dire the circumstances, the will to survive and the hope for a better tomorrow can guide us through the darkest of times. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, light can emerge, and that even the deepest wounds can heal with time, love, and support. The community that rallied around Jayme, the love and support she received, played a crucial role in her healing process. It is a testament to the power of collective strength and compassion. It teaches us that the human spirit, when tested, has the capacity for extraordinary strength, and that hope, no matter how faint, should never be extinguished. Jayme's story is a powerful reminder that we are all capable of incredible resilience. It encourages us to support one another, to be the light in someone else's darkness, and to never lose sight of hope, no matter how dim it may seem.